Oh, hi, friends. Happy Thursday. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for you today for the collective, and we're going to look at love and career and the different elements of that, depending on whether you're in separation looking for love or in an existing relationship. And the same thing for career. If you're looking for work or financial resources or what might be going on in your current work environment. So I'm going to just pause the video momentarily while I shuffle the cards, and then we'll get into it. Okay, cards are shuffled. Let's cut them. Let's cut them twice today, and I think we'll do it this way. All right, first card. This is for those in separation, those looking for reunification or something to reunite. This is a pretty darn good card, I have to say, for reunification. I would assume that the person you're looking to come back in has a lot of different things on their mind and tasks and agendas they're trying to fulfill. And they're working through a lot of their own stuff to be more ready to come forward. So I would think within the next 2 to 4 weeks, if it is a relationship that wants to reunite, it will happen within that period of time. But there could be more than one person. So if you've had more than one person that you have unfinished business with, unfinished emotional business, you might have more than one person that's coming in and you could potentially have to choose. So this is a good card for reunification. And so if you have a relationship that's viable for that, it will happen in the next 2 to 4 weeks. If you're someone who is looking for love, so this is also somewhat positive, but it's not immediate. You know, it looks like both that you have been working on yourself, and any partner that you're drawing to you is also working on themselves or organizing their life in some way to be ready to bring relationship in. So I would say, again, within about 6 to 7 weeks, this Seven of Wands card would indicate those looking for love would have great opportunities. And again, more than one. And this is interesting when you're reading for the collective, because whether it's reunification or looking for new love, we're talking about a lot of opportunities, which is pretty fascinating given all that's going on. So I would just encourage you to stay open to all the possibilities, and you don't think bigger, not small, and think about choosing from a larger pool rather than a smaller pool. And I guess to break it down in a different way, I know a lot of dating experts don't recommend this about being on multiple apps at one time, but given this type of energy, I would say it is the exception to that dating guidance, that you might want to be on more than one site at a time so that you can make sure that you're covering all the bases. But I think you will, if you're looking for a relationship, you'll be dating someone by, you know, the end of September, early October. And those in relationship, it's a great opportunity for expansion in your world. If there are bumps and chaos going on for all the reasons that we're trying to maintain stability in our life, just recognize that these are opportunities for your growth. And you know, it's a really good time actually to get married. For those of you who might be thinking of partnership, it's a good time to buy a house. It's a good time to take those next steps and really lean into next steps for folks. So overall, this is really positive for the collective on love. It's really about how you spin it and how you look at it, and making sure your perspective stays broad, not narrow. Okay, so I'm going to pause just to reshuffle the deck so we can look at career and business. Okay, so let's look at business, money, opportunity, and what the energy looks like for the collective on that. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. The cards have been shuffled. We're going to take 3, one for separation, one for opportunity, and one for existing work. Okay, so looking at, let me turn them around so you can see them better. So this is for those in separation. This is a really good card. It really urges you to continue your search. It urges you to continue to network. It suggests, you know, you want to be mindful and purposeful about what you're doing, that spreading the net wide isn't necessarily the strategy you want to use, but rather being very specific about roles you want to go into. And also it talks about going into roles that you may not ordinarily accept and things that may seem smaller to you in some way. So, but there are opportunities to be had, more than one. And this suggests 4 weeks, 4 days to 4 weeks. This is a very quick moving card. So for those of you looking for work, get out. This is the time. Just go for exactly what you want, but also be open to things that in the past you thought, oh, I would never do that, or this job might be too small for me, or the pay might not be what I think it should be. You want to challenge those thoughts and be open to seeing how the possibility feels to you. But I would say this is really positive for the collective unemployment. When it comes to those who are currently employed, and I would say this is tricky. There's a lot of challenging energy going on in structured business organizations, that there's a lot of desire and passion to make things happen, but people do feel like their hands are tied and they're a little bit concerned about the future. So this is a major karma card along with the moon, which is really talking about a period of feeling blind. So don't worry so much about it. If you can ride the storm out, you will find yourself feeling rewarded and more on track. But these are through the balance of the year. This is going to take 2 to 4 months for these energies to really subside. And some of it has nothing to do with you. So it's more about grounding yourself, staying centered despite what's going on outside of you. And that is somewhat the theme of the year. But there's a lot of lessons in here: personal growth, inner growth, spiritual growth that wants to happen. So listen to your inner voice and go with it. I mean, just really trust, even though you can't see around the corner, know the corner is coming, and it's really no longer than the end of the year. So those, if that describes your situation at work where you just can't quite tell, it's temporary. And I would say by January at the latest, you're going to feel the chains breaking, if you look at the Devil card, and feel like things are once again moving, that there's a lot going on behind the surface. And again, the moon, really listening to your inner navigation on these issues. And so within the context of these major arcana cards, a lot can go on. And we have that promised here in the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so I hope this is helpful to you. And if you need something more specific for your situation, just reach out. Okay, have a great day.